Richard. Yeah, I hope so. Indeed, we've had some 60-minute games and we've got no neutrals. Tier 5s.
Me and you, I think we had 3 60-minute games that they did not grab the tier 5 neutrals.
Because they're literally like 60 minutes and 20 seconds. Either way, I'd imagine this game, Tundra is going to be doing their best effort to make sure this doesn't go the 60 minutes, because I feel like regardless of what happens, even if they have a lead, we've seen some games, I mean yesterday, right, that are close because the enemy team has a Medusa, and this hero can hold on pretty ridiculously, and in the hands of someone like Pyke, I mean, you know that the 60-minute game, that he's going to revel in that. You know, this guy's going to be good when it gets to that stage. The problem is if Beast Coast can kind of get to that stage, because as the panel was saying, it's a lot of greed, right? You've got a Medusa and a TA, and TA in a position that nowadays we just don't really see her in.
No, I'm curious to see. I think it's going to be a kind of standard build from Lumpy. Shard is going to be purchased super early on. But yeah, we'll see if the greed ends up paying off as Whisper is in a world of hurt. Can he play his way out of this?
He's going to be able to push Saxa back, but the blood grenade's out, and 33's coming in with the wraparound. This will be first blood for Whitemon.
Not what you want to see when you want your offlaner, in particular the 2 Blink initiators, to have a good time when you're playing with a bit of greed, but see how much it ends up playing out later on.
Yeah, I mean, because it really is. It's all good. If this game goes late, and the TA and Medusa have farm, then there's going to be difficulties for Tundra. Right? The scaling, the late game, they got a double carry, double hard carries.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the Sniper Medusa end up working out. I think the TA Medusa can be a little bit faster because TA can play around Shard and look to make plays versus a puck. End of the lane is something that we do have to talk about. That's why Lumpy wanted this. It's an old school counter. Unsure overall how much it's going to be able to counter the puck in the lane compared to what it used to, but it should get good around like the level 3, level 4 as it used to. So in the past it was like first few levels the puck can play around it, then it becomes very difficult. Should be the same, but we'll see.
And we're seeing about Lumpy Grandmaster tier as well on his TA, so this guy's going to bring us some pretty flashy stuff, I'm sure.
I've been enjoying watching Sven, to be honest. I know we had so many range carries. Everyone's Gleipners are gone, thank goodness. I'm enjoying watching this hero quite a bit. I feel like he just gets super far ahead in most situations, super high level in order to pressure his Whitemon. Should be okay. But they're taking a beating bottom.
Wow, they've got to be careful there, Shad and Whitemon. Oh, getting a lot of punches back from El Misha and Whisper.
Those boots by Whitemon was the choice. That's a bit interesting. Rather than going for any type of stat.
He might be
they
dead.
Have a lot of burst.
Ooh, the speed doesn't actually latch. They
still got it.
They'll get him anyway. But yeah, very vulnerable if he uses that disruption and not able to save himself from getting set up upon like that.
Where did MOUZ go too? I feel like this hero, we were seeing it a bit more at the start of the tournament, and then maybe it was just been getting banned a lot, but I feel like it started to just fall off. But this is also another hero that I feel like in lanes, it doesn't really lose lanes. I feel like MOUZ always has a good start. So also glad to see that they're going to just grab this one up for Whisper.
Yeah, and a great hero this game for sort of the synergy with the other 2 cores, right? You know, if Whisper's able to hold down the side of Tundra, catch them in the arena, this Medusa and TA can go to work.
My concerns for the MOUZ in particular is just that there is a save, right? The Shadow Demon can prevent a lot of the action, and it is a triple physical core. Their magic damage on the side of Beast Coast is kind of non-existent besides just the Lion and
the finger, right?
Small spells, you know?
Yeah, this is one of those games that you can be pretty sure, right? Tundra, they ain't buying a pipe.
No, Crimson and Warcry is going to do like an insane amount of work. Top 33 is struggling a little bit on the CS versus this double range, but they are pulling the lane back, so we'll start to recover. But yeah, a bit of a slower start for 33. He did find the dream creep though, Owen, as he tends to. In this lane, mana burn is absolutely the dream creep. Pyke could actually get pressured here if he's not cautious from a couple of these burns.
Yeah, it's pretty obnoxious. What is it on the 18-second cooldown?
Yeah.
And it's a multiplicator. So we're not going to do the maths, but either way, it's still the mana is going to be going down.
Yeah, he should
every 18 seconds, and at a very cheap mana cost, of course, of 33.
Yeah, Pyke should probably free farm, but if he makes some like overextension play and doesn't respect this mana burn, definitely could.
I'm gonna keep an eye on his mana, see how much it actually takes away with each cast.
It was a lot. The first one that I saw was like well over.
He's sitting way back. He doesn't want to have his mana zapped here by 33. So Pyke hiding in the trees.
Let's see how much it is.
Whoa!
Like 110. He used Snake at the same time.
Okay, he did. So that looked
but it looked like a lot more. But it's about, I think
it
was about 110 that he was burning per hit, just with this level. So taking a look at mid. Mid1 is handling his own. It is level 4 now in the TA, so it does feel like it's going to get quite a bit harder for him. But Mid1 doing all the tricks in the book. You know, the Puck has gotten quite a bit of buffs in the time of Dota, so you can just phase shift, keep getting that sustain going, so it's much better. It does feel versus TA, in particular in the lane, than in the past. But so far, CS across the board for Beast Coast is looking pretty solid, including these denies. They actually have 25 denies at the 4-minute mark on all of their heroes, so that's pretty significant in this laning. Lumpy.
He's going to go for this. And mid one's got the orb up.
Oh my goodness.
Ouch. Bottom lane.
Pushing the limits mid one, my god.
No, get Almisha, but yeah, this is, you know, so far so good for Beast Coast.
Now it's at level 5. TA starting to hit the tower.
Yeah.
Might have to see a rotation, perhaps even come out from the clockwork from Soxa in particular, since he's not really pressuring top too much more. Pike is... He's sitting at like 0 mana, but he's got the mangoes and a healing lotus, so he should be just fine. Maybe that's the way you play on this Dusa versus this lane, so you don't get mana burn. They can't actually kill you to get next to you, right? So then you just pop them after they use it. It seems really weird, but sure, so I can understand why, so he doesn't eat mana burns. Yep,
you just keep your, don't bother having your mana up. You just keep it down.
Chad.
Bottom lane. They got one more God's Rebuke, couple of right clicks, Whisper. He's going to be able to run him down.
They are doing excellent in these lanes.
It's a solid start, right? For a lineup that, you know, has a bit of greed going for it. If they get away with a good early game.
Oh, look at this mid. MOUZ is actually making the first move 6 on TA after one more creep. They've got the catapult here, too. They can look to pressure this tower.
They can at least, get set up for the power runes. Saxa.
We'll get the shield rune. It gets dispelled immediately. They're going to go for this kill. It's a level 2 clockwork.
They're going to chase him down.
The trap actually misses
there. Off the mark there completely with the slow. So Saxa's going to get the chance to retreat. And so Lumpy doesn't want to spend any more time chasing him.
And we see that helm. Probably going to be one of the faster Crimsons that we do see purchased up, since it is mostly physical damage they're going to be dealing with. And 33 now is able to just get free farm up here. And he did go for the Gluttony facet. Unsure if we pointed that one out, but his farm, even though he's like at 31 CS, it's even more than that because he's got that extra money. So he's top net worth. All 3 cores on the side of Tundra are leading by that slight margin, even though the CS had said otherwise beforehand.
It's very close.
Very, very close.
Very close. Pretty even start. Yeah, so as even as it can kind of get, really, 7 minutes in.
And all things right in the world. No wisdom steals. I see a creep attempting for it, but Soxa was prepared. These are some low-level supports. Soxa is level 3. Happens sometimes. You're playing double melee versus double range. He also wants to prioritize giving 33 these levels so he gets that 6 as fast as possible. So can't understand why that happens, but could end up hurting a little bit for Soxa because his hero is pretty good, at least at catching these supports.
I don't know, that this sort of slow start, even though it's even on the numbers, I really kind of like what Beast Coast is getting away with. You know, it's this TA and Medusa, like, they will be a problem in like 40 minutes time. You know, a lot later, you know, a lot of things can go down before that. I just want to, is this sort of core lineup from Tundra, you know, around mid one's Puck and Shad Sven, are they going to be able to bring enough chaos to make those early moves? Bottom lane. Set up here, they've got the arena. They're going to be able to trap in the 2 supports, take down Whitemon. Now the turner look towards Saxa. He should be fine. No more mana in the tank here, ready from Beast Coast to go for him as well.
Chad should be fine.
But I'm just sort of wondering when everything's going to start kicking off for Tundra.
It's going to be a bit... this is going to be one of the slow ones, I feel, Owen. I mean, we have Doom and Sven, who both want to farm. We have TA, Medusa. Well, mostly Medusa wants to farm. I think TA a bit more wants to pressure this game because you're going to play around the shard build to pressure Puck. But
I feel like
it does feel like it's going to be pretty
Lumpy
farming.
also doesn't need to. You know, if he's getting away with kind of playing passive...
But you don't want to take your Deuce's farm. If he plays too passive, that means you're stealing your Deuce's Ancients.
There's got to be space on the map for both of them.
I don't want to see him just sitting back and farming on this TA. Even though they do scale super hard. MOUZ. Poison's adding up. One more. Actually tanks through the 5-stack.
He's going to get away. And Whitemon now to use the disruption to hold back Whisper. Mid one does get the kill onto Lumpy. Meanwhile, over on the mid, Chad popped the Godstrike for an attempt to try and get Whisper. Whitemon continues to stack up the poison. And Whisper
Here comes mid one even.
I mean, they really want this kill. He's trying to make them work for it. He's got a spear to push back. Saxa, he's into the trees. I mean, there's no way out. Surely the orb.
He missed.
It's not going to find him. I mean, he's making space
Soul
down
Ring and
there.
deny yourself to the neutrals. He has potential to deny.
The orb's going to miss.
Close the gap.
Oh, but the waning rift road. Yeah, beautiful jump there from mid one. Finishes off the job. That's a couple of big kills from mid one, of course. Got the kill onto Lumpy in the mid, and then immediately makes the rotation down bottom to get the kill on Whisper as well. Tier 1 tower mid, though, taking a beating.
He does have the trap. Will be able to protect himself. Whitemon does go down. Ooh, that was a solo kill by Misho. Pretty big deal. Almost level 6.
I was going to say, it's pretty much giving him the 6 here on the line.
If you can get an early blink dagger on this hero, can be phenomenal. He will finish up the tranquil boots, but getting these double blinks could be huge on the side of East Coast to be able to pressure the puck.
Tower's gone. He'll get the deny at least mid one.
These denies matter. These deniers matter quite a lot. Actually, a bit of money.
Let's see if they want to sort of sit back with Lumpy or indeed maybe bring some extra pressure round to the bottom lane so they could try for some further quick tier 1 towers here, Beast Coast.
I think the important thing for me that Beast Coast has done so far is just slowing down Shad. His farm is not good. He hits bottom of the core as Medusa's got a 600 advantage. Yes, the Puck and Doom are farming very well, but
I think that's the thing for me as well, because the Sven, like for Shad, I feel he's really going to have his work cut out. Sure, like fundamentally he has like the war cry.
Sure.
It's going to help you defensively against the TA and the Medusa, but there's going to be a point in the game where like killing the TA and the Medusa as this Sven, it's not necessarily going to be a simple task, right?
It's not
if you're not ahead.
No, it's not just like some straightforward kind of approach that he has to go for.
Like you can survive against them, but killing them, that's going to be another sort of level.
He actually went for the Veil. Okay, so rather than going for this Crimson early, he's looking to be more pressuring on the side of 33.
Sure.
He's got Doom back up in about 5 seconds.
He's tempted to make a play, but, you know, but with the backup from the rest of his team, they could definitely try for Pyke.
There's a great healing Lotus.
And they can't quite get any sort of setup. Playing at a safe distance there, Pyke, making sure disruption can't come out from Whitemon. Just give it the room for Tundra to start pushing onto the tier 1 themselves, but TPs are coming in. They know here Tundra as they'll immediately back off as Whisper shows up.
They're even looking to block camps, so Shad, they're continuing to pressure him and now blocking some of his...
I mean, can these two kill Shad? They have
a finger online.
See if these two can do it. There's a backup of Whitemon. Hex as well. Finger, not quite enough burst, but with Whisper coming in, laying down the arena, they'll finish off the job.
They just continue shutting down
They're going to
Shad.
doom the Lion. 33's like, I'm done with this Lion. Dooms him.
He will die.
Whitemon also will die.
I mean, this is very nice plays here coming out from Beast Coast. They just continue shutting down the Sven.
Honestly, they're getting away with a lot. I think this is a really solid start for them. Sure, the numbers are close, but with the nature of their draft and even things like that, right? Sure, the Lion dies, but he tanked to Doom for that one.
And you're shutting down the carry, right?
Yeah.
The complete carry. Yes, Doom and Puck are farming.
He's the furthest behind right now, Shad.
The Sven is going to have to go back for some Ancients. He does have them, but there are potential for Beast Coast to look to invade and contest these stacks. Lumpy is walking over. Mid one is scouting.
Yeah, he's watching him.
Chad does need to be able to get some time to farm.
At the least, they're sapping some of the XP and getting a couple of the big ones there, Lumpy. Oh, MOUZ nearly tripping him up there. If he managed to get that stun connection, would have had the follow-up from El Misho.
Pyke's farm is tremendous already at this point. 120 CS at the 13-minute mark. A clear advantage over him in the Sven.
Yeah, it's
1,500 difference.
Just overall, a very, very good start here for Beast Coast.
Yeah, especially when you have this like kind of greedy thing. Tundra did, of course, go for some greed as well with the Doom and a Sven. That can take some time, but yeah, this is some nice stuff coming out from them so far here. And they're even looking to contest this Ancient as well.
Yeah, they can try. I mean, they've got the Stone Gaze, so they're going to be able to hold this position if
you need to protect.
Tundra try and go for
You
Pyke.
can't just let him take these Ancients. But how do you stop him? That's the question. You don't want to rotate too many heroes over.
They're trying to throw everything they can down onto Pyke. I mean, Saxa step forward, but they've got the lockdown for him. There'll be disruption to save him.
Here comes 33. They burn the mana.
And they'll just retreat with the Stone Gaze. So they are able to push Pyke away before he cleans up the majority of the stack. He did get a few, but the rest will remain safely in the hands of Tundra. 33 will finish those off.
It's not the way you want to have it happen, though. 33 is not the one who ideally wants to farm those Ancients at this point, because he is already having that great game. You want Shad to get some space, and he's walking to camps, and they're blocked. So he goes bottom. That sentry's still blocking the camp. He's not getting too much on the map on this Sven. And they did block Ancients as well on the left side. It will get dewarded from Whitemon, but they're going to lose Soxa again. Or actually, for the first time, but they're going to lose Soxa up top. 3K advantage for the team with a Medusa.
But
that's
the
been a
Medusa
formula for success at this tournament.
Yeah, Tundra very much got their work cut out in regards to just sort of fixing this early game. And the mid one, it's going to get caught. There will be a disruption save. That may just be enough to bail him out. And indeed, he's able to jump to safety. So good save coming in clutch there from Whitemon.
Got to take advantage, it feels like, if you are Tundra, now that there is some of these ultis used. Mid one's also stuck in the animation. Actually pretty hype. I love seeing when Puck gets stuck like this. Swaggin'. There we go. Look at that. He's doing the Bernie, if you know what that is. The Bernie. The Bernie. When they're carrying around their dead friend.
Oh, from that movie.
Yeah, from that.
Yeah, was it Harry Potter?
No.
No. Oh.
Whitemon trying to just play behind him. We'll find that Obs ward. Good D ward. It looks like 33 is content to just finish the Shivas before he looks to make another invasive move. While Soxa...
Oh. He's not getting out. More money for Lumpy.
He's just the sacrifice, it seems, on Soxa. Can't find too much. How's this Lion's farm going? Misha, he almost has a Blink Dagger on this Lion. So they're going to have multiple different ways to set up, multiple ways to catch the puck in particular, as we mentioned from before. And they're just getting away with all this farm. Medusa and TA not
getting so much.
Chad is just not getting space.
As I say, playing Sven from behind this game
feels grim.
Into these core matchups, it is not easy.
No, and also he's low level. Like some of these games we see the Sven where he's like high level, he's able to sit. He's level 10. Medusa is 13. TA is 13 and a half. Great stuff coming out from Beast Coast, and he did end up going Deso. I think just because how passive the game is for Lumpy, he can play a bit more greedy.
I mean, yeah, because they've got enough space, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, with this lead against Tundra, Tundra's not making any sort of moves, so it's been able to make any sort of moves onto their half of the map. So Beast Coast, they've got everywhere to play with. I mean, a Dream Code's going to get dropped in the mid.
But he should be okay.
It's not even, it's not going to even allow them to get the kill. So I think this is really concerning for Tundra. They're using these ultimates. They're trying to make something happen, free up the map for Shad, but each moment, Beast Coast are just getting further and further ahead. Pike's getting to constantly walk over to their Ancients, take those without any sort of penalty. They're just getting so much here, Beast Coast.
He's huge, and they can do Roche whenever they want to, and that can force a fight, and Tundra has no way to fight around Roche at this point in time. Shad will finally get to farm this Ancient camp, but I think this is the first time he's been able to.
Pike's going to mess with him.
Yeah, he just pressure him. He has to...
He took 2 of the creeps as well there, Pike. He might even get to see if he gets the big one. So you want to stick around and be cheeky? It might be a bit cheeky.
If he had another hero here,
he would definitely mess with him. So Shad, I mean, he's hitting the stack. Well, not even a stack, sorry, just the camp, and he only gets 1 of them.
Yeah.
It's rough.
It's really rough.
It's a tough life here for Shad on the Sven.
And I'm loving itemization so far here from Beast Coast 2. The Yules on Whisper to get this instant catch onto Puck can be fantastic. They're getting away with absolutely everything.
They're getting away with so much. That really is just sort of the story of the game so far. Beast Coast
just farming. And it's not, I don't feel like it's benefiting them at all. Yes, you're getting farm on your Doom. Your Sven is slightly recovering, but Pike is getting involved even with kills.
Because where's the playmaking, right? We're looking at the cores on Tundra that have the farm, right? You're looking at mid 1 on his Puck, 33 on his Doom. What do you feel like either of those are waiting for before they sort of say, right, guys, let's buy a smoke. Let's try and get in onto their half of the map and do something disruptive?
I'm not sure. They're going to find Whisper here. They'll throw the Doom out.
Now, TPs are coming in, but this is indeed where they brought the numbers. They have all of their cores here ready for plays. Shad was seeing if he could find someone else. So that's the move. They make the move top. They're able to kill off Whisper, and they should be able to finish off the tier 1. So
they might smoke and fight, though. I mean, you use Doom on the offlaner. The cores are, the 2 main cores are now going to thrive in this next upcoming fight if they find pretty much
they can get out alive. This is good stuff for Tundra. Mid 1. Oh, he's going to get out just in time, but 33. He's not really got many options to play with. Shad's also being caught.
Deleted.
33 tries for the TP. The Stone Gaze, it's going to proc just in time. Pike with the heads-up play there, making sure that was prepped and ready.
And look what's right above the Moen. There's a Roshan. with a Deso TA. This game is getting out of control.
Beast Coast are looking smooth here. They are looking smooth this morning.
Oh, and it's an amp damage too, so it's going to be even faster. He already has the shard to counter the puck. Limited movements available for Tundra, and this Sven, even though we were on paper, you know, the Warcry does look good versus triple physical. They destroyed him in lane so hard.
You needed the Sven to be further ahead.
Absolutely.
From behind, you just are getting to the point where you kind of basically offer up the same amount of impact in a team fight as a support Sven would, because your main feature is indeed, you say, popping the Warcry. They don't need you to keep the team alive. They need you to kill the enemy team. And Shad, he's going to struggle with that, of how far behind in farm he is now compared to this Medusa and TA.
Beast Coast playing it super fast, great wards, great macro movement. It's been pretty flawless for them so far. And 33 tries to do a bit of a sneaky TP so he doesn't face backwards. But yeah, Pyke, as you said, heads up to get in front of him.
Just immediate as well, make sure that Stone Gaze is out.
And I love that we're seeing this build again. It's probably just the standard now at this point on the Medusa. Sometimes we've seen Manta Butterfly, but I love this Manta into Diffusal when you're playing versus Strength Cores. It feels so good to be able to be aggressive, show up to the fights. You've got good itemization to progress into later with Disperser. So far, a fantastic game from Beast Coast, and Shad just not recovering still.
Tundra still need to do so much. Try and get back in on this. They're using the Dream Coil here. Hook shot in as well. Whispers in the arena though. He's able to cut off the backup. Pyke should be fine for now as backup's coming in. Amisha jumps in with the Hex. He's got the lockdown on 33, but the defensive disruption will give some safety for 33. Is it enough for him to get the chance to slide away? It looks like it will be.
He might get caught still.
They want to dive the tier 2s. Yeah, they're in with the jump. He's going to throw down the Doom, but he is dead. Double kill for Lumpy. Whisper should be able. He's going to be able to walk this one off. Whisper. He should die.
It's up right now. It might just save him.
Okay, there we go. 6 HP he goes down to there. Whisper able to literally walk it off, fly it off with the Yules. The tier 2 is going to be taken. Yeah, Tundra just seemingly unable to catch a break here this game against Beast Coast.
Nothing going their way. They use Doom, Coil, and they can't even find a single kill. Pyke, it's not even close to him dying. It's a problem. He has a Mango, and he has a great healing Lotus still, so even if he drops a bit more, he's just going to be able to pump up. Getting closer and closer to Scotty. Not seeing what Tundra can actually do besides just farm and hope for the best, but it just doesn't benefit them when they're playing versus this draft.
You don't, yeah. There's just sort of the recovery mechanic with their lineup against Beast Coast. Like, they have to keep fighting. They have to try and hope that they can find a pickoff or find Beast Coast separate.
But you don't, how do you fight? You don't have damage.
I mean, that's the problem at this point.
No damage.
I don't think 21 minutes in, you really, you know, if you're a Tundra, really hope to not be in this sort of position.
And you don't even have, I was looking at Whitemon, I was checking to see if he did actually max Disruption this game. He's maxing he's maxing Disseminate rather than having Disruption, so he won't even get extra damage from Dusa Illusions.
Talking about Whitemon, they'll find him here out in the lane.
It's getting out of hand. The traps are covering all the bases. They have wards coverage that's pretty much perfect so far, and Tundra has like no vision, no control of the map. I'm seeing 33 queuing up Midas and stuff. I think they're feeling how this game has completely fallen out of any hopes.
Because it's just for Beast Coast in this position. I feel like they've got a lot of ways out of this game. They can try and push and they can try and end. Or they could literally be like, hey, you know what? We're just going to take control of the map and AFK farm for the next 30 minutes. What are you going to be able to do about it?
Absolutely. They have Aegis for 2 minutes, so right now they can just look to force. They're going to go top. Tundra likely to just try to split push and catch some waves, but there is a secondary wave.
It's just crazy how fast this is happening. I think Tundra's sort of going to be wondering themselves, what did go so wrong in the early game that's allowed Beast Coast lineup to do this 23 minutes in?
I think Shad just had no game. He just got destroyed bottom, right? So he's unable to get involved at all. They're losing racks.
23 minutes in. TA Medusa lineup taking your barracks.
They might even just... Okay, the waves are cut, so they did take out the top wave and the mid wave, so Tundra will buy time, but that's all they're doing. Shad has a BKB, but his damage at this point is pathetic versus something like that Medusa.
It really does just look impossible. This really feels like one of those games.
This is... it's beautiful by Beast Coast being able... They came with the preparation today, you could tell. The way that they've warded across the map, I'm seeing TA traps covering pretty much every single outlet that's like potential for Tundra to even sneak out. And I think the bottom lane in particular for me just went so well. The way that they were able to shut down Shad, He's just been literally bottom of the cores the entire time. Now Whisper is, but they might just close this game out with this next move. Lumpy.
Shad's trying to fight, but
what a spear.
He's just immediately going to get jumped. Whitemon tries to help him out with a disruption, but Whitemon will fall. Shad caught by the stone gaze. Saxa hook shots in. Shad looks like he may just be able to get away. He's on the retreat. Can they chase him down? They can. They'll get Whisper. So at least something here for Tundra, but nothing close to what they need to be able to try and turn this one around. They'll find Delmisha as well, but Beast Coast once again getting the favorable cleanup.
They popped the glyph for these 2 creeps just to keep the push going. No Sven. That's your BKB Sven turning up for the first fight and gets nothing. Jump in.
1 at 33, they're trying to push him back. They just do not have the damage. The buyback's going to come out from Saxa.
Can they chase Pyke? He looks fine. Lumpy.
One's attempting to close the gap.
That's a buyback, and they can net nothing out of it. 33 is going to jump forward again, but heroes are respawning. Whisper's back into the fray. He's TPing to the outpost.
They're looking for the lead in onto 33. And here's Tanky. He's going to get caught by the trap. Slow and silence. They get the spear connection. Jump forward from mid one. He's able to burst the support slow. Can he finish off MOUZ? MOUZ is still alive.
He's still alive.
He's able to jump up to the high ground. MOUZ survives. Pyke now getting focused. He is out of mana. But Lumpy's lining up the side blades here.
He's
Pyke's still alive as well. He survives. They've got the Hex locked down into the silence on the mid one. He'll be able to jump away just, but Lumpy's in position. This is going to have to blink back up, so mid one will escape. They get close there
Almost
to getting some
Pyke.
of these big kills, but they can't quite finish off the job, Tundra. Beast Coast, they'll be pushed back, but they survive, and they continue to grow the lead.
This Deuce is huge. Can't believe he doesn't die there. I think maybe, the Snake Bounce return or Arcane Boots, something like that, just pushed him up a little bit extra.
And mid one lost his courier.
Way.
That had about 3,000 gold plus worth of goods there. Would have been the completed Parasma.
I mean, but and the biggest thing really is Shad shows up again and doesn't do anything. He shows up and just dies. He gets a couple swings in, and then they just focus him.
Yeah.
A BKB Sven turning up 0 and 5. Unable to get anything done. Look at these hero damages.
Is the lowest on the team?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a rough one for Shad.
It's been a rough one for Shad.
Which was, we were kind of talking up Sven before. It's like, hey, you know, we're starting to see more of this hero. It's starting to look like a pretty viable carry again. People having some really good games on it, but this one, Shad has had a rough one.
I think they just played the lane so well. Right, that bottom lane in particular, it didn't allow them to get off the floor whatsoever. And then the other 2 lanes, they were kind of in a position where Beast Coast should just win them, right? The TA versus Puck matchup, mid one did okay, but it started to get overwhelming for him. And top Deuce was just free farming the whole time. So it feels like 3 lanes that they were able to dominate and then continue pressure, and yeah, Tundra is just unable to really react. They'll have BKB finished on Doom, but yeah, it just continues to be the same story of Shad has a 6,000 gold difference between both cores.
Yeah. It's like, in this sort of situation, I feel like it would be hard for Shad on this Sven with the gold deficit to carry against like one of these TA Medusas. Yeah. But the reality is, there's 2 there's both, you know, at this stage. Both at 18k net worth. Lumpy and Pyke just having a beautiful game, and reason to believe that I won't be surprised if we see Beast Coast kind of do this style again, where they'll be like, yeah, absolutely, we can make space to have Lumpy on his TA, whilst we also, of course, have Pyke on the hard carry.
Yep, for sure. Especially if you're playing versus some of these greedier teams that like to farm a bit more in Beast Coast.
Yep, they just do it better.
They do. They played this super well. Super nice so far. And maybe we will see more of this. I know the panel was talking a lot about how like we don't want to see these tinies versus the puck anymore because it's not working. This looked great.
The Lumpy TA, this will be coming back.
A classic. Amp damage. Beast Coast looking to seal this game out. They've got ward on the high ground. They are smoked on the side of Tundra. But this damage is ridiculous now.
How on earth did Tundra even sort of think about a team fight?
Supports are going to get deleted. They see Courier, Shad.
Whisper finds him! He's able to find him off to the side. Shad has to put the BKB and try and fight. They turn towards Pyke.
They throw everything onto him.
They are indeed. They've got him low here with the Doom. Shad will die, but they do kill Pyke. Can they have any chance of cleaning up anything else, though, Tundra?
Lumpy's here, and they used everything.
Mid one just gets walked up and speared into the arena wall. Lumpy is going to be able to kill off Saxa before the TP is successful. Whitemon will get away. 33 will not. They kill Pyke, but they don't do a whole lot else here, folks, other than die.
Mm-hmm. Lumpy also has the exact same farm as this Dusa. They have to throw absolutely everything onto him, and that means this TA is just able to fully clean up. How did the Whisper even get this catch initially onto Sven? That was actually quite impressive.
Dude, that was crazy. He was able to get the blink and then immediately finds him. He was prepared for him to be there. I guess, wait, did they have that ward out at the start of the fight?
They did.
Okay, so it was under the ward. Oh, yeah.
Wasn't he smoked? I think the smoke had just maybe worn off.
He
jumped
was
instantly. I think he jumped like instant.
Dude, that was crazy reaction from Whisper.
Either way, the gold lead definitely proving to be the difference inside that fight and having these two insanely farmed carries. He just ripped them to shreds. Literally every spell had to be thrown onto the Dusa.
Yeah. Yeah, really feeling like they kind of need 10 heroes now. If they could just kind of duplicate themselves and have two random spells, one for the TA, one for the Medusa, they might have a chance. The problem is that's not how the game works.
No, that's not Dota 2. That might be Dota 3, but...
Yeah, they can only throw them down on one of these two super hard carries at this point on Beast Coast. And still, crazy timing, but pre-30 minutes. And the TA and the Medusa are this farmed.
20k lead. Yeah, it's crazy. And interesting how they started the draft too, right? The Ench Lion picks just feels like it's been beautiful. I'm liking Lion more and more. If we're going to be seeing spirits, either a spirit from the mid or a puck from the mid every game, why not be able to throw this hero out?
Yeah,
I've had a couple games like
for
this.
Sure, I do feel we're kind of getting to the point in this tournament where puck definitely, it wasn't the puck of TI or something, you know. Teams are starting to find ways that they feel comfortable to play against it and make sure that it doesn't just have the chance to take over these games or end up in drafts. I mean, sure, you know, this game, Mid1's only died the once, but he's just had to be very careful because of the threats that are out there for him.
And Hex coming out, they found 33.
Yeah, they get the arena connection as well here. Whisper been able to trap Shad. Shad once again just forced to BKB and God Strength and try and fight back, but he cannot do that. He has to run. They're running out of options. They'll kill off the Lion, but the spear comes out. Shad's going to go down, and it really is just getting close to the question of just whether or not they want to keep playing this or if they want to just tap out. Because this game, this is a rough start to the day for Tundra. This is not going to have been a fun one to endure.
It's back to the drawing board really for them for this next draft. They're going to call it.
They're going to call it.
Woo!
Wow.
Beast Coast, they came to play.
Beast Coast, my goodness, these guys look fantastic, and doing it with a draft that nobody else would be doing right now. Nobody else is going to be picking a Medusa safe lane and a TA mid. They do it, and they really just...
They need to at least get out of lanes, and then if they do, of course, this Alchemist has a clear purpose to just doom Alchemist through most of this game. But the lanes have to go well, because I think that was the last game. The lanes just were so devastating so fast, especially those side lanes, that the game... They didn't even get to play, right? The Sven in particular, you heard it from Moon. He didn't really want it. It ended up going quite poorly. This time they are playing with 33 on his literal best hero that he's been dominating every single game on. And they do a little bit of a switch up. We'll see if it's overcooking, as the kids say, with the Doom as this position 4, but you can see the outlet that he wants to be able to do.
And what do you sort of make of the last pick? You know, we've heard from the panel, they're not the biggest fans right now of these kind of tiny last pick mids. I mean, do you sort of see a chance for mid want to pop off this game, or do you think it's going to be difficult?
Definitely doesn't look the easiest. I also like to reference like old things, because you know sometimes this does come back very relevant. You know, we saw the TA versus Puck matchup be very relevant. It's a Tiny versus Phoenix. Phoenix has traditionally, as a support, just been one of the hardest counters versus Tiny throughout all stages.
Because you just can't hit.
You can't hit the egg, you can't hit, period, and your percent-based damage versus a very, very high HP hero. So we'll see how mid1 ends up doing, because yeah, this hero just has not been looking the greatest in these last couple days.
And talk to me about this bottom lane, because last game 1, you were very impressed with what Beast Coast did with the duo. Once again, we're getting Whisper on the MOUZ. This time it's with the Snap, still a very strong lane support. Is this the setup again for Beast Coast to have quite the explosive start down here?
Definitely, but this lane is way better from Tundra. They don't have a Sven Shadow Demon, which doesn't really have a purpose to be able to pressure. Shad, on paper, should have a better time, but we'll see. Because Beast Coast, they played the lane so damn well this last game that maybe they could do it again, especially because they're playing with the Snapfire that I've been loving this hero. This full bore is absurd how much damage you can do. And he does go for Shredder in this lane. There's two different approaches. You can go for playing to kill the cogs with Shredder that I've seen sometimes, and just playing on that type of advantage, or you can play for Cookie and going for Burst Hero. So Zoxa will take a big nuke, which should be fine. And the thing about the Alchemist too, which he did go for the extra gold set. He's able to start with the salve early on, which I've been seeing more and more people do when you're playing versus Visage, is just start with all this extra regen and ensure that you can tank through these first early soul assumptions, because that just allows you to stay in the lane. Now this big burst, though, Saksa did get a mana burn creep as well, which is going to give 33 a lot more to be able to spam.
Pike should be fine.
The kill.
Signal stick charges. I mean, this is the one thing, of course, I feel like in a lot of these Visage games, we do kind of see bam. They get first blood very early on off the smoke play. That's not happened here.
No.
So whatever goes down, it's not going to be one of those starts to the game where Visage is just zooming ahead in net worth from minute 0.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But 33, we've seen what he does. If he can just rotate and make lots of kills happen because he's a bit crazy. But we'll see if that ends up even happening, because I don't know if he wants to really do that roaming kind of style. Even if he sees opportunities, then you leave the Alchemist lane, right? You're giving him an opportunity to just play the lane. So 2 salves actually purchased for Pyke, I believe it was, inside this laning phase, and now he's bringing that range drop. So first few levels, he is getting some farm, but they're not killing 33, of course.
They're getting through it for sure. Beast Coast here, this first few waves.
And Shad is doing quite well bottom.
Yeah, it should be definitely a game where, compared to what he was able to do last game, it should be easier this time around for him. Misho's able to get away.
The knockback!
I mean, Whisper making some nice plays here to keep El Misho safe, and he'll succeed.
I don't even think that Ray's connected because of the rebuke there. That was nice stuff. Mid lane is dead even. That's the other thing too. When I see the tiny pick, you want to pick this hero to like dominate lanes, but I literally haven't seen it dominate lanes anymore. Even versus Puck, which it used to have that really good matchup, I saw the Pucks coming out even or ahead, even at TI, which is pretty crazy.
Sure. Lumpy's feeling confident as well, already dropping some tips down the way of mid 1.
Pango's also been a pretty absurd hero in any game. I feel like I haven't seen a single game where I'm like, man, that was a bad Pango game. Right, this hero just feels like it fits almost every single game, and this is a double wave that Lumpy's been able to build in mid. He missed the money creep though, unacceptable. But yeah, this hero has so many cool builds. I mean, now it's been the Diffusal rise, but it just feels like this Thunderbolt facet has completely opened up to it being picked in almost any scenario.
Lumpy messing with the fortification as well, trying to stop mid 1 getting the CS top lane. They're going to get the first blood here, and it's going to go the way of Pyke as they catch Saksa in the trees.
Oh, they're definitely feeling pretty confident off that one. Their lane top is going super well. Bottom is farming great. Oopsie. Courier does go down. All 3 lanes looking good right now from Beast Coast. Lumpy even bringing it to mid 1.
I mean, he's got stick charges and Fairy Fire here, so should be fine. He's also going to get the refuel with Saksa respawning. Same time down bottom, Tundra, that would be able to find El Misho.
This lane should be the strongest one on paper for Tundra. Clockwork Possessive, tons of kill threat whenever anybody does walk up. Whisper is getting put low, but he does get the kill alone.
He gets the kill solo.
Without ulti. What? Tiny is a 0 armor hero, so this physical damage is pretty crazy when both of them connect, but still, that is an unacceptable error coming out here.
That's rough. Especially, he had the bottle charges. This was just after Midbon got a free refuel by Saksa. He still had charges. It must have been sat in the lane, not at full HP.
Lumpy is just, that is just a clear outplay. There's no other way to state it. Level 7 now on the Pango, level 5 on Tiny.
They want to dive in for Pyke. I mean, Pyke's going to start getting aggressive himself, but the wraparound is coming in. Shad turns up with Whitemon. They should easily get Pyke here with the numbers. Well, say easily. He's still alive. That'll do it. It's a good job Saksa had that, otherwise he might have been able to walk away. Rotations have come in. Lumpy trying to make them pay. MOUZ tanking a few raises. Saksa wants to dive in to finish off the job. He'll get the double. So if he can get out here, Lumpy's turning towards Saksa. Scatter blast from El Misho connect. So Beast Coast, they will manage to find some kills in return for that aggressive play from Tundra.
Super aggressive from Tundra. Misho even going in position to potentially look for a Wisdom Steal or maybe block some. He has no wards actually, so it looks like it's just going to be an attempt for a steal, but it's scouted immediately. Super aggressive play, but yeah, Beast Coast, they get a trade, which I think you're pretty happy about when you're playing versus Visage. Lumpy also, he got his mana burned, otherwise it would have been maybe a potential another kill. And Lumpy, speaking of him, he's in this area for this
they're looking for the steal, but there are 3 members around here for Tundra. Lumpy thinking about getting a Roll of Thunder out, but the cogs are already blocking him off. Tundra have 33, securing the Wisdom Rune and securing the kill with a Soul Assumption. So
money.
Beast Coast not going to get away with trying to invade and take that away from Tundra.
And 33 getting that bonus gold. He's almost 6 as well. He has the drum. So his timings, they're not bad by any means, but he did not get that usual acceleration that he's got out of Visage in most games. Alk is getting pretty decent farm. And it's not going to be some crazy build. It is going to be a normal Radiance build as mid one. The toss. Lumpy is looking okay. Yeah, he's got the swash. Three-man gank to set up for the Pango, and he's able to get himself out of it. Birds are online. Mid one making a quick heads-up move. He's got max toss.
Whisper's turned up. They're able to get the arena down onto the two of them. 33 very low. They get the concoctions thrown out. Beast Coast, this time they turn up, they make sure they lose nobody, and they get two huge kills, taking out both 33 and mid one.
What a rotation from Whisper, but mid one not even using the toss to throw at anything. He didn't even cast a spell.
And now in the mid, Lumpy, he might find a kill 1 versus 2. He's chasing down Whitemon.
No way, Whitemon.
Okay, he gets the kill, and with the remainder of the haste rune, he's going to get out. Beast Coast, once again here, already showing signs of just outplaying Tundra, and Tundra making some mistakes once again.
And Lumpy gets the double refill, so he gets the double bounty rune bottom that he takes away from the side of Tundra. He might even gank Shad. He's got Rolling Thunder. Is there going to be backup for Shad? He needs it.
Is there going to be any backup for him? Yeah. I don't think so. TPs are coming in.
They're outcoming now.
See if that's...
Beast Coast will back away.
Yeah, mid one's able to step up, get the burst combo onto MOUZ. So this time, Tundra keep their core safe, and we'll catch a support kill.
As soon as the Spark of Courage switches from damage to armor, you can see the SF's just way too tanky. He has 21 armor under the tower, so that physical damage actually wasn't there from the Pango.
Could be in trouble there if they find him. 20 seconds until Chemical Rage.
They should have him here.
Yeah,
Avalanche is on cooldown a second.
That's a good concoction. Gives him a bit of time. Is it going to be enough to allow him to get the ult back up? No, not at all. Tundra, they surround him. Quick move from them there through the twin gate, straight into Pyke's face.
Bonus money, too, for the Visage. Can look to pressure this tower here. Trades going out all over the place. Bottom again, Saksa.
That's a good cookie.
I love this aggression. Both sides are playing very fast-paced this game, which is a treat to see because we have seen a lot of these slower-paced games. But 14 kills, pre-10 minutes, mid-tower in jeopardy, though. And although they do get that rotation that works top, mid one is having a pretty dreadful game. Bottom of the cores. Definitely not the easiest game overall when you look at a Tiny. Usually it's like, yeah, they pick it to burst a single target like a puck, right? That's kind of the main one ever that we've seen. Who's his main burst target? Pango is not fragile. Pango's a pretty tanky hero.
And the supports aren't either, right? These are supports that are, relatively tanky.
And if you don't kill these two supports, then you put yourself into a very dangerous position versus either Supernova or versus the Kisses. Misho is almost 6 as well, so they're going to have extra kill threat with the arena soon. It's a lot of team fight that Beast Coast has prepared themselves with an Alchemist draft. Lumpy. Stalking Saksa. They're also making the play bottom for Whitemon. They're going to throw the arena. Whisper doesn't have full mana, though. Ooh.
Misses the spin, but it's all good. Kill's still a success.
Fast rotation. I mean, Misho immediately TPs to get the stacks going for his Alchemist, and his Alch is close to that Relic. No funny builds today. I know we saw that Mjolnir yesterday that did not end up working out too well. Saksa.
Whisper. I was fishing for Saksa there. TPs are coming in. Whisper's got to be careful.
Whitemon is 6.
Has got a hook shot at the ready as well. MOUZ is going to drop the Supernova. Kisses are coming in, so Tundra.
Nice hook shot.
They have to use the hook shot to get away.
Good disengage. That's 2 ultimates used there from Beast Coast.
Still the tower going down, though. Tundra not able to hold on to that.
And they're the ones applying pressure so far here. Blink's finished up on Whisper. Alchemist is getting to sit back and farm. Feels quite good here for Beast Coast that they're able to get all this. And mid one, he's got Phase Soul Ring, but his timings are going to be very slow in comparison to this Pango, who I believe, is that the Diffusal done? The Diffusal is finished already, Owen.
Mid one's life's going to get harder now.
The mana burn is going to be very pesky for him. And it's a 1600 HP Pango as well, so bursting him is just going to be very difficult. It's mid one. Gonna try with 33.
See if they can burst through him.
He's so tanky. Whitemon's coming in.
Lumpy should be able to jump out of this. Oh, he can't actually. Shad landing the raises.
Can they chase for more? At least chase for a tower or some potential extra soul assumption. Let's see. Mid one.
Tier 2 might be a bit too much to dive into. Okay, never mind. They want to do it.
This is deep.
They're going in under the Tier 2 tower. Though, Elmisho's still alive. They'll finally get him, but it does cost them Whitemon's life in return.
just trying to get any of these extra soul assumption kills for 33. They do get a couple of them. Nice aggressive play that gets him back into the game a little bit here onto mid one. Halfway to the blink now after those moves. And an instant smoke. They have Doom available. They want to find this out.
He's sticking around here on the Tiny.
Oh, mid one. He's stuck around?
He wanted to clear up another wave. Ends up the Beast Coast. They're going to look to try and clear up him. Backup does come in. Dive forward. Can mid one get away from this? He's ticking down to MOUZ. He's going to fall.
And now Saxa came in.
He tried to bail him out. Get the Doom off. But indeed, Saxa will die. They get Whisper. It's messy, but it's working.
They get a couple extra kills. Their ideal move was to move and find the Alchemist with this Doom, though. The downtime with Doom is 2 minutes. They end up getting some of these kills, but that was a bit of save your body to help people. Lumpy.
Oh, Whitemon straight into the creeps that were right in front of him. Still gets the cogs onto Lumpy. That might be enough. It will.
Okay.
Works out.
Worth it. That was a bit of a weird kind of exchange that we had coming out, but we do see 5 lasting presence stacks on Shad, and the damage is good enough to be able to bring down Lumpy. Even though the hookshot missed, that was very awkward, but ends up working. That was kind of weird exchange.
Radiant are scanning.
Pyke will say thank you though during all of it. He's like, "Good job, guys. You tanked the spells. You tanked the Doom. I've got my Radiance. I didn't have to worry about any pressure there." Mid one continues to struggle a bit, but he will find an amp damage now for this next rotation.
Very close to the pipe here as well for 33.
That was wild. This pipe is going to be nice. This pipe versus both of these supports is going to be pretty relevant for sure.
Radiant are scanning.
And we're seeing Saxa. He really wants to get this Blink Dagger. He wants to get that outlet to be able to just jump in and find the Alk at some point. 60 seconds, no Doom. Is there going to be any move that Beast Coast wants to do since they do have their ultis up? But they've already claimed the 2 main tier 1s. So what Beast Coast's next move is going to be. That was a stolen wisdom rune, right? That they did. So Tundra was able to sneak in and grab that one. They are going to smoke. So Doom on cooldown 20 seconds. And they do have all their ults, as we mentioned before. Massive wombo combo coming out on the side of Beast Coast.
Some bounty runes as well there for Whisper.
Mid one's got Blink, so a decent recovery.
Are scanning.
And lanes to be in a pretty good position here for Tundra. Saxa might actually just end up walking into them, though.
Well, that's a catch, but not the biggest one that Beast Coast would have hoped for.
Oh, and he switched his build up. So he had the Blink queued, but I guess because mid one got his Blink, he ended up going, you know what, I'm going to go Crimson Guard. See if that ends up...
Okay. No, I like that. You know, the sooner they get the Crimson and Pipe duo online for the team, it's going to be pretty clutch in the team fights.
That's for sure. Could make it very difficult for him to find the Doom target versus this farmed Alchemist, though. And that is really Saxa's job, is Doom Alchemist in this game, so... see how that ends up working. Whisper. Ooh. Quick fingers. Lumpy finds himself a regen. Mid one. Still has this amp damage. Potentially wants to look for something here, but Beast Coast is playing together, not giving him an opportunity.
He wants to go, but it's under this ward.
They'll get rid of it. How's Shad's BKB looking? He is getting pretty close to it. Gonna be very relevant when he's playing versus these big wombo combo ultis that we were talking about. Trying to get that timing. And they are hunting right now. Can they find Lumpy? His TP's on cooldown still for 20 seconds. He's being sneaky. They saw the heart, I'm pretty sure, there. They saw that shield crash in the fog. Mid one in the meantime, mid. Just throwing out some harassment. Lumpy. Juking and jiving. 5 seconds for his TP. Should be able to hide and TP out, surely.
Does he TP or do you roll TP?
Oh, maybe now he does get caught.
You need to... he's going to get doomed. He's dead.
I can't believe that chase ended up working out for them. It does take them some time, so you see the gold lead did go up to 4K for a second there, but Visage Soul Assumption will be able to get that extra bit. Mid one trying to potentially get another grab, but as we said, these are not fragile supports. Can he get the courier? No.
That definitely sort of feels like the life of Tiny this patch. You jump as support and you do like a third of their HP and you're like, ah, what can you do?
It's a 1500
definitely why some people aren't huge fans of the hero right now.
Yeah, or 1600 HP Snap, 1400 HP Phoenix with a mech. Yeah, not the easiest of targets to go for. What's Whisper got? Same build as last time. He's got that Yules finished up. So still a 3K lead on the side of Beast Coast, but Tundra in a pretty good spot here too. The BKB is about to be finished for Shad. It's just, will they be able to withstand that big team fight when it comes out? And will they get the Doom on the Alchemist? It's going to be the big question. Pyke?
Oh, they're going to be able to walk up as he gets the ult off. Saxon trying to get a position. The arena gets dropped down. They get the toss back on towards Pyke. Pyke turns to the concoction. Burst through 33. Rolling Thunder from Lumpy catching onto the two of them. They're in on the mid one. Mid one, he's going to get chased down. He's got the shield broom giving him some safety, but the Yules is there to set up into the spear. They'll find mid one as well.
That was a very bold, without Doom, walking into this Alchemist. That is...
I kind of sort of skipped a beat there because I assumed they had the Doom. I was like, okay, they're walking up. Sax is ready to go. He doesn't have it.
That hurts a lot, to be honest. Like the timings that they were looking for to pressure this Alch, you just gave them a free, what, 2,000 plus gold to these
kills. It
was
a rough, but it seemed like a move in which they were just kind of hoping and praying that the Alch would just not press Chemical Rage. Because
that was weird.
I feel like that's the only way that would have ever have worked. Pyke able to easily walk out of that and continue farming. We'll see it again here.
Strange. Yeah, because like it looks like they're like, oh yeah, we got Doom, but they don't have Doom.
They don't have Doom.
He's perfectly fine if the team is there. And they were very, very prepared.
Yeah, not even close to bursting through Pyke without the reliability of just shutting down that survivability with the Doom. They didn't have it.
Like if they have SF there, perhaps. But Shad is just nowhere in the realms of even being able to follow up. He's literally 4,000 range away from that fight. That was a bit of a strange, over-aggressive play that Tundra went for, and that's going to hurt a lot of the momentum that they were building up. They were keeping the game fairly even. It was only a 3K lead for Beast Coast.
Which was kind of like just the natural Alchemist advantage, but that's a rough one. Well, now they do have, Saxon does have the Doom back online, so maybe now they could try again. This time with the Doom.
Yeah, let's see if they can find Pyke. Ultis are going to be on cooldown too from Beast Coast, some of them. We will see Lumpy having his back up, of course, but he is low on resources.
Here we go. This is round 2 with the ultimates.
Look at MOUZ's positioning, though. Oh, he actually just moves out of the way. They might be able to find Pyke because of it. Oh, ships passing in the night. Pyke hiding. Radiant's turned off, but they've spotted him.
They're going to go for MOUZ first.
Come on. Trying to slow him down. He's got man to back up, though.
The hook shot. Whisper comes in with the arena trying to block him off. Shad's trying to step up with the BKB. He can't really get close enough to do anything with this BKB, though.
Pyke's able to walk away. That's a BKB usage. They have to get something out of it, but this is dangerous.
I mean, Lumpy's going to fight.
This is very dangerous.
He's straight, and they've got kisses coming in as well. Tundra, they've got to be very careful about how they back out of this situation as Lumpy starts to play around with them with Rolling Thunder. Whisper's going to be fine.
They sustained pretty well versus it. That roll didn't do too much.
Got the buyback from MOUZ.
They will take the Wisdom Rune away.
Try and burst for him. He does have Supernova available. MOUZ, is he going to get it off?
He gets it off, 20 HP.
Lumpy jumps in. They got the diffusals on him. Everyone, good spear back on towards 33. Whisper pushing 33 back in towards the AoE with the Supernova. He goes down. Pyke does get caught by the Doom, but he's pushing on, chasing out mid one. Pyke will fall. But it looks like Beast Coast, they're getting a big cleanup indeed. 4 dead. Shad tries for the TP, but the cookie's there from Misho. Beast Coast, they're going to get the team wipe.
Over-aggression punished by Tundra sticking in the area versus all these ults. They try to kill MOUZ. What, he survived with 20 HP, I believe it was, to get the egg off? Oh, what a play.
And just great moves around it. Yeah, Whisper getting that fantastic angle to just shove 33 back under the egg.
Beautiful team fight from the side.
I'll see it again here.
And Tundra were asking for the fight.
Absolutely. At this point, Tundra, they could have bailed out, but they see this chance for MOUZ and they want to try and commit for it.
It was literally 20 HP, right, that he dropped. It was something like that, 15 to 20.
And at this point, it's full retreat. But mid one, he's getting slowed by the defusal. 33, as I say, gets pushed back. And Saxa also getting clipped on the edge there by the Supernova. The Requiem's off to the side from Shad. It barely tickles anyone.
It's too scary for him to walk and get involved into it.
BKB was obviously still on cooldown after that earlier attempt around the Wisdom Rune.
It ends up hurting a lot that he ended up using that BKB from earlier. He can't actually walk in. I don't think he contributed much of anything inside of that fight because he didn't have it up. Whisper, in the meantime, did have to use Arena to be able to get himself out, but and now they've blown the game open. A 9K
they've got that
lead.
Yeah.
The Tiny's game has completely shut down. Visage's game has been slowed down. And after El Micho gets a triple kill, I'm wondering what he's going to itemize for. He actually almost has a Crimson Guard himself on this snap guard. So that damage that's going to come out from SF and Visage is going to be quite limited. They will be able to dispel it if they do get the Doom applied after the Crimson block does get put down, but either way, that's going to be problematic, because as we've seen, they have to throw quite a bit just to kill one of these cores, and just like last time, they do have damage just from everybody else.
They do. Yeah, it doesn't matter if Pike gets doomed, as long as the rest are able to fight alongside him. He will probably die, but
if they can doom and burst him initially, that's the way that they want to be able to take those fights. But if they doom him and it takes a long time to bring down this Alk,
he's still able to do his job.
Yep, he still does a ton of damage even while he is doomed. Micho, this is a pretty big kill.
Yeah, it should be pretty dead.
A lot of money too, because he is so rich. So 33 gets 1,000 gold for this kill.
Let's see what they want to go for next, Tundra. They have their ults back up. The Doom's there.
So does East Coast. They've got everything at the ready as well. And so far, the execution in their fights have just been that much cleaner. Lumpy is starting to get pretty scary too. They're gonna be able to get a rush though. This is a nice move. Playing versus big ultis, tend to want to have an Aegis. And Shad will have the reliance of this now for at least one of the lives. Now he can play a bit more aggressive. When his socks are gonna go. I'm still just waiting. I'm waiting until he queues up the blink on. Okay, he did now. They do need this on the Doom, because if you throw out the Doom too late in the fights, it doesn't feel like it's gonna do enough. I feel like they need to get an early Doom onto this Alchemist. Whisper. We'll be fine top. This ward from Tundra could do quite a bit of work as well in the enemy jungle right now too. It's been up for about 2 minutes. They've still got 4 minutes left on it, and they did just see a bit of Beast Coast heroes around that area. Saxa will show, but he will be able to find the D ward.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Beast Coast all together. I can't believe how farm this snap is. I still just keep clicking on Misha and I'm like, my goodness, he actually has the Crimson Solar. Could be super problematic. I mean, they're going to smoke.
Yeah,
I think they've got quite a bit of timings here. I believe that Ags is finished up for Lumpy too.
I mean, both teams, I mean, it's just overall, right, the team fight at Beast Coast.
It's tremendous.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. It's just the Aegis maybe could counteract a bit of it there, but this fight from Tundra has to be perfect to find these backline heroes, to find that Doom on the Alchemist.
If they're getting jumped, it's never going to be easy for sort of Tundra to reset and take the fight on their own accord.
Mid one, scouting for a rune. Their smoke's going to break. A ward gets put down. They see the Tiny for a second. Mid one.
Whisper's walking up. He's going to jump over the backline. Saxa, he's going to drop the Doom down on towards Whisper.
That means
shot over here from Whitemon. MOUZ. He's going to be able to get the Supernova off. Can they kill it? They're focusing the egg. They'll kill it off. The egg's gone. But they're rolling thunder though for Lumpy, and it's allowing Pike to just beat into the hero, so they're taking out the both of them. Pike with his BKB's ready to start stepping up for more. Turns towards mid one.
Gone once.
Scatterblast is going to be off the mark, but the arena's up. They're able to trap him. Spear comes through. Pike cleaning up mid one. And Shad, he's not getting out either. They've got the Yules, they've got the kill. Once again, Beast Coast making these fights look easy. I mean, and that one, right, well, Whisper goes in, Saxa feels that his hand is forced, drops the Doom onto him. At the end of it all, Whisper gets out. He doesn't even die. He's able to get back in and do everything. Get his full toolkit off. These are rough fights for Tundra.
And I don't think that's the way that the fight can be approached. I think if you doom a target that isn't Alchemist, the fight's over almost immediately. Pyke is too strong. He's going to clean everybody up.
We'll see this again.
And, I mean, honestly, Lumpy, too, is maybe a better priority of target for Doom, too. Look at this Rolling Thunder.
Yeah,
it was devastating.
Straight through the middle, catching the two of them, and I think catching, the three of them here on the way back.
It killed the birds.
And
it killed two of the cores.
And it gave Whisper the space to just walk out the fight, doomed, and then wait, and then be able to get back in to get this beautiful catch-off towards mid-one as he was trying to escape at the edge of the fight.
Pyke might even be able to find a solo kill now. Whitemon bottom. He's got the Phoenix. Hook shot again to survive. Whitemon will be able to protect himself. That was their Aegis fight, Owen. It wasn't even close. Full AC now coming on Courier. Can Saksa snipe it? Oh, he just misses it. And they do see him now, so Saksa.
Uh-oh.
Can he steal the
They're
wisdom?
dropping the scans for him. They know exactly where he is.
Lumpy's ready for him.
Yeah, Saksa's not getting away with this.
Beast Coast is continuing to play beautiful today. This morning, they have game plans, and the game plans are working.
Yeah, these guys are popping off. And Tundra, just looking a bit lost, both of these games. The performance, it's not been up there with the standard I feel like we've come to expect from these players. I guess they've just, as a team, the coordination, it just is not matching something like Beast Coast.
No. I think Beast Coast has been powering up quite a bit throughout this tournament, too.
A lot of these SA teams,
their games. Yeah.
You know.
And cool to see again with the on the back of the Mars, right? A hero that we saw disappear a little bit. Whisper is crushing it these two games. 3-1 and 14. 33. I cannot believe he survives here. It looks like they do have an idea of where he was. They were pinging, but 33 trying to be sneaky with this farm.
Yeah, just trying to get what he can on this corner of the map. They saw the camp
move, though. They have that Watcher.
Now they'll know he's here. And now they're on the hunt. He's trying for the TP, down. But Whisper's going to find him just in time. He can try and waste their time a little bit. Make some space here, 33. Let's see how much he can juke him. No, they'll find him. Another one for who's going to get it? Pyke.
Yeah,
they'll let the out take it. Give more money here to him. Oh, give it to Lumpy. Okay, all right, sure. There, Pyke's like, okay, no, we'll let you have that, Lumpy.
Wow, I like it.
Yeah.
33 trying to do some cutting shenanigans here. The old school owie micro. That might tell a tale of how this game is going to go for Tundra in these next few moments of just being terrified to fight now.
Easy plus 100 for Lumpy.
Saksa.
Can he get out of this?
Burning. Pyke stuns. Oh, Manta dodge. Do they have the catch?
Well, they'll let him live. Like he'll be able to run. No further jump. Blink Dagger not quite out for Pyke.
Midwin does have Conda, but it feels like he needs that next +1 item to just be able to survive in the fights because he's just still looking very fragile as this Tiny. Ults are coming back up from both sides. Visage is respawning. Does Saksa have Blink Dagger? Yeah, he's got the gold for it. Hasn't committed for it. Whitemon. This is deep. Can't quite go for it now that Misho has finished up the Force Staff. He can reset his positioning. Shadow Blade for Shad. But just much more being acquired out of the map, it feels like, from Beast Coast. A Blink now for Pyke. No gems purchased this game. Just waiting to see if maybe we... Oh, wait, sorry, just kidding. Phoenix has one. I was about to say, like, usually we see one picked up around this point when a team feels like they have good map dominance. So now Wards control the map is going to be a thing here from Beast Coast. And they have a full Shivas now, too, on Lumpy. He's so farmed. His damage will be pretty terrifying in the fights. I feel like Whisper is actually the least priority Doom. I think either Dooming Lumpy or Pyke might be okay. You obviously want to Doom the Alk in every situation if you can, but this Pango is going to do a lot of work in the fights. And difficult to see how they address him. .33's had to go for a BKB. Not something you see every day on a Visage, but versus how many ultis they have, how much damage that's coming out from them. It does feel necessary as well.
And the jump
They
in the
catch
mid.
Chad.
Look at the opening. Beautiful spear connection from Whisper. And there's the follow-up. We'll get the BKB off in time. There's
Sauce
less
is
than
fine.
half HP, and indeed, Pike just walks up and beats him to pieces.
Mid one too.
They get the rolling thunder connection. He's up on the cliff.
High fives. Crush in the moves. Whisper may even find another target. There's a BKB, but it's going to be forced. Whisper is finding so many catches.
Yeah, got to watch out for this man on his MOUZ. It's looking hot today. 2 games back to back.
And Chad, that's a defensive BKB from Shad to disengage. It's a defensive BKB from 33 to disengage, and they lose 2 heroes off of it. And they didn't have to, I mean, they used 2 of the ultis, but they still have the 2 big ones from the supports, even for this upcoming play if they'd like to. Keep pressing forward. And they lost the birds, at least one of them. Lumpy continuing to just hunt for them, not allowing 33 to do these little creep cut mechanics. He still will. They'll grab these. But they're losing tier 2 out of it.
Well, should be able to get both tier 2s, yeah. Mid's gone.
It's feeling just harder and harder as the game progresses for Tundra and Owen. I'm going to pull a Cinder in right now. What do you think the win probability is looking like?
I mean, it should be like... I'd give it a solid 95.
95? Let's pull it up to show Owen.
60? What? I guess...
I was when I saw that, I was like, really? I mean, Gaben knows things, but
40% for Tundra in this position. Okay.
it's pretty interesting.
I mean,
one.
33 Visage is 33 Visage. This guy does win a lot of games, but this one, I don't know if I give him 40% right now.
Let's see. I mean, they need to have this next upcoming
Yeah,
fight
let's have
go
that. Maybe the algorithms, the AIs know something that we don't. Let's see if Tundra do something crazy here.
Can Sox get the best Doom target in the world, pretty much? Can he find the Alchemist? And can he find it in a position when they're not just already getting fully wiped inside of the fight? Roche is up. They might just be able to commit into it if they just full walk in. Rocket is going to scout.
I think they can start it if they want. I don't think they care if Tundra comes over. They can easily redirect and fight them. And Tundra's just going straight down mid right now with this move.
Oh, they might have to actually react to this. Let's see. Birds are going to start pushing. beastcoast.
TPs are still cooldown for a
Tower
number
is
of them.
dead. The Rax is exposed.
Uh-oh.
Their base is being... Team?
Maybe this is
That's
the 40%.
They just got a free... What the...
How does the game know?
Dude, Gaben is a genius. And now Shad is hitting... What is going on?
I don't know if he's going to get away with that.
Shad?
He's not. Okay.
Well,
I mean, that's the 60% at least that the system saw. The Shad would just start hitting tier 4s and
some
die.
of these games are so weird.
Uh-oh. Well, I mean, that was brilliant and then not so much brilliant. They get the racks, but they lose the carry.
Gets nothing off. Fully chain stunned. Loses his souls. beastcoast.
That's pretty painful. No Shadow Fiend for 50 seconds.
Yeah. They don't really care too much, I guess, about but giving up a free Rax is just very bizarre.
I mean, 3 of them had TPs on cooldown.
Fair.
So,
Okay,
that was the thing.
Well, I guess.
The Snap, Mars, and Pango weren't ready.
That's still very interesting.
Yeah, even if you could send back one of them, maybe that would have been enough to kind of just slow them down a little bit. But yeah, the racks are gone. Either way, beastcoast, they still get the kill, and they should be able to get the Roshan. It's top corner now, and now it's in a much easier spot for them to just walk in and take without any wonder of Tundra being able to contest.
Yep, ends up being, I mean, I guess okay. I don't know. That was still strange, but whatever.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There we go.
Lights drawn down mid.
Okay, there we go. Pike ready with the Aegis.
That's going to be very nice for him versus the Doom, even if you get it onto the main target now. He will just be able to play around it. Mid one has shield rune, should be able to blink. Should be okay.
See how much of a push they can get going. I mean,
they're going to be able to deward it. They want to fight now. beastcoast. They want to run at them. They have vision down bottom here. A sneaky ward. One you don't see too often from MOUZ. Usually it's placed a bit more north.
That's giving some good info.
He's going to scout out everybody. Soxa. Hello.
Whisper's going to catch him.
He's got BKB.
He'll
forced to use it.
Yeah, press it immediately, go for the TP out.
Lumpy. Looking for mid one, but mid one still has a shield rune. Tun just trying to play the map as best as possible versus this Aegis, trying to get that split push going, trying to cut waves. Look at 33.
I think they still still saw him down here.
He's got BKB. We've got a lot of BKB TPs coming out.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be the call here from 33.
Queue up the Bashers. I want to see double Bashers, Lumpy and Alchemist. Queue them up. Don't let these guys do this
Whisper.
Anymore. And why not? Definitely not on Whisper.
You can bash on the Rebuke Cry if you get really lucky.
Don't do it. He doesn't need to. Play normal. 3 minutes with this Aegis. Pyke wants to force. They've got mid lane in a good position. They've got bottom in a good position. See how Tundra takes this fight. Banner is down.
And it's down.
Alk's up.
Tundra. What sort of defense can they come in with?
Tower will drop.
55 for Tundra. They really like Tundra.
Toss back with the cogs. Uh-oh.
That kind of worked against itself there. Now Whisper's able to get the arena down. Rolling Thunder comes in. The stun as well. That's going to be the two of them eliminated. 3 of them going down. And 33, his BKB's on cooldown. He's caught by the Supernova stun. Saxon's TP'd in there, back for this. He TP'd in, he brought back. Saxon gets forced to the side. He'll be able to get the Doom down onto the Pango. Let's see if there's enough to around the kill, and they're going to try and chase out on this. But
Saxon's trying, but can't.
He really wants the kill, but he's going to surely die for this. Is Saxon going to get away with this play? No, he is not. The spear comes out from Whisper. Pango will survive. And the buyback's coming out here from the supports as beastcoast want to push on forward. Pyke, he's got the Aegis.
Oh, miss. He's got Chemical Rage in 2 seconds.
Back comes on the way over. Whisper pushing them back. They'll try and burst through Pyke. It's a good amount of damage, but not enough. Pyke's able to get the BKB off. Turning here with the concoction. Lumpy into the sides. Force 33 to put the BKB. Slides away with the swashbuckle. Tundra, they've used 4 buybacks this fight. They have to try and make it work, but they're going to potentially lose the clockwork here as Whitemon's caught out. Whitemon will fall. Pyke does die. But Lumpy's ready to come back over with the Rolling Thunder once more. Gets the stun connection on towards Shad. Jump in with the shield crash. They're trying to burst through the SF. Shad trying to sneak away, but they've got the vision. Shad will fall. As it's casualties, heavy casualties on both sides. Beastcoast, they've got 3 heroes dead without buyback. Tundra, they've got 3 heroes dead. One of them has buyback. Misho, he'll also die. It kind of works for Tundra. They invest a lot into the fight. They're now in a situation where 4 Beastcoast do not have buyback.
What is going on in these fights? These are crazy. I mean, super buybacks, the initial tossback play gets kind of griefed by a cog play, but is that almost exactly the same damage?
Shad buys back.
Exactly speed change?
Shad comes in with a buyback. I mean, they want to go all in.
I think they're going to all in.
Gabe and you.
No way. AC's finished on Visage.
How could he have foreseen this happening? 4 heroes dead. 2 of them don't have the money for buyback. And Whisper is trying to catch the creep wave. My goodness, look at that.
Just gets 2 shot. Shad has 3 stacks still.
He's dead.
He's gone. He's got buyback. 20 seconds on Alchemist.
What the?
This game is unbelievable. Shad. He didn't get the present stacks from the kill on Whisper, so he didn't lose those.
Very
the push
hard.
is coming fast.
Look at the fortification. Pyke's up in 5 seconds.
Whisper sells his items for a full refresher to protect the throne twice.
It's kind of working.
They're respawning, Owen. Here's the all-in. It's another
ancient. Oh, but the stun's in. The arena's down. They're going to fight on and defend this. The Supernova in prime position. They're trying to hit the throne. They're hitting it. The Supernova stone comes in. Hit the throne, Tundra. Hit the throne. It's so low. They've got it.
What is going on?
Ride ends here, and yeah, with some different picks coming in. Well, different from one side, pretty similar stuff from the other side. Yeah, Tundra obviously bringing in the Bloodseeker, Beast Coast. They could have had it. Is what they nearly went for exactly the same draft as last game, Fold.
They literally could have.
Honestly, kind of shocked me because I'd imagine
thought they would
they really want to repeat that sort of traumatizing experience of throwing away a game with that sort of lineup?
That says though that they believed in themselves, right? That says, guys. We threw. So, you know, you can look at it how you want, but we do see a lot of adaptation. I like what Fear said a lot about this game.
Yeah.
I think Tundra's adaptation is we want to be able to match the early game. That last game, they kind of were getting, you know, they were losing majority of the team fights. Yes, they ended up getting that insane win, but this one, they have crazy aggression that comes. Saksa playing with this Visage, with a Tusk, just a much better aggressive hero. And this Bloodseeker pick, you've been wanting it as well. I've been asking for it in a lot of games. We saw some games where it was a Bloodseeker versus Huskar. Or we thought it would be a Bloodseeker versus a Huskar Phoenix Pango. This time they finally busted out, and it is going to be versus that Phoenix, that Pango, and he has a Visage on his team. So that top lane, heroes are constantly going to be
easy
low.
To get the soul assumptions as well, where you don't lose them.
Yeah.
The division rise, you know, juking is not going to be a possibility at some points. And this is...
Absolutely.
You know, when it comes to Bloodseeker, you know, well, we got a fun answer from Moon. We didn't get a serious one. You know what? Why are we not seeing teams pick it in these? Is it just because the carries aren't Bloodseeker players, or is it because this hero is lacking a lot of things?
It's probably because it's lacking. I think it's just been looking kind of weak ever since they made the Shard not percentage. That's what I actually like the hero. When it was you go Shard and it's like, okay, you have damage. It's great. Now it does 35 pure. It doesn't. It's just a flat amount of damage, which is just a bit different. So I'm glad we get to at least see it. I don't know if it's going to work out. It does, on paper, look very good if he's able to get these situations with these ruptures. My concern for him is if he gets ruptured himself. Because that's the other thing that I've seen. That's why I think they even got this Rubik on top, too, is if you don't cover that rupture, it's a super easy steal. And then if you get ruptured on Bloodseeker, that hero is all about mobility in team fights. So we'll have to see what type of steers Misha is able to get since they did change up that one position.
Yeah, and do you like that rather than sticking with the snap? Or
I like the snap.
You would have been happy with the snap.
I think Rubik
again.
can be more of a risky hero. Sometimes he just does nothing in a lot of games, so we'll see how things go. But yeah, the adaptation, at least for me, for Tundra, is just wanting to play faster, wanting to play with the better early game, and not wanting to be behind, playing from behind like they did from that entire last game. Even though they ended up winning. Like, Snowball will play around it. Constant damage.
Definitely a stronger start for this lane from Tundra this time round.
I mean, their last lane was pretty weak, right? It's a Doom plus that Visage. So this one is infinitely stronger with the drinking buddies eventually, too, to be able to buff up birds. I mean, that's not the laning phase, but in particular, this is just the best laning combo I think we've seen with Visage. Constant kill threat. Bike. We'll connect again. Should have
Blood
him.
grenade coming in. They will indeed.
And MOUZ, maybe. There's another soul assumption. Careful, MOUZ. He'll be okay.
There's that signature first blood for the 33 Visage.
And heroes just constantly being low, especially a hero like Phoenix. Bloodseeker is going to be moving fast in these lanes. That thirst speed is going to add up very quickly inside the start. And mid, it's an infinitely better time. Mid one should be able to destroy this matchup and see what he can do with rotations early on, too. Very, very good core-to-core matchups that they've gone for this time around on the side of Tundra. The adaptation is there. I can't believe just how wild. I'm still like resetting a little bit from how wild that ending was.
From that last game.
It's like the buybacks just not being up.
I'm already excited for this game to be another one where Beast Coast gets a crazy lead and then we bring up the win probability and it says like, you know, 60% Tundra. I can't wait to see what sort of predictions we get from Gabe in this game.
I feel like this is a difficult one for Beast Coast in general, just to have that lead early because of the adaptations that were made from Tundra. The Monkey King has a great lane, the Visage should have a good lane, and Bloodseeker on paper should have one as well. But we shall see how it all goes down, because Whisper, he is having a very good time down bottom here so far. And the question is really going to be, is Bloodseeker actually a hero, right? Is this hero any good? I think that's going to be the test. Which is, I think they mentioned too, it's a bit surprising that we didn't see a team try during group stages. When it's Pango every single game. Yeah, Pyke is not getting much of anything. Even though it's the same strategy that they went for with this Alk, with buying double salves. He only has 13 last hits right now, Owen.
Yeah, it's a really slow start for him. Well, bottom lane, Shad.
Shad, he's definitely dropping low.
He's got a couple of tangos, so should be fine.
Lumpy's
grenade, throw that onto Whitemon. Now we'll get the kill with that rotation.
Not wanting to play the lane versus the Monkey King, it's becoming pretty much unlaneable, so Lumpy looking to make some rotations to make up for it. How many times have we seen players just abandon the mid lane in this tournament? We've seen these Earth Spirits just ditch versus Huskars, Malmarine, that one matchup from yesterday in particular, but I think we've seen this a lot. If someone just picks a super lane dominator, you start to rotate and hope you can find these kills, but this is a painful start here for Beast Coast. The Bloodseeker has slowed down a little bit on Shad, but Visage is having a great start, and so is that Monkey King. And just Monkey King feels, at least overall, better hero than Tiny, but...
Yeah, this is definitely going to be much more of a test for Beast Coast. Now, we've seen them, outside of letting that second game slip away, them have a very good majority of the game when they get a good start. And he's going to be fine with a swashbuckle. But
Nice.
this time, if they have to sort of start this game from behind, see if Beast Coast can recover.
Yeah. Mid one here. Can close the gap. There's TP rotations coming in from Phoenix. But it's not going to work. He's got Jingu, he's got Boundless, even for the potential net to kill Lumpy. They pop the glyph. Can he hide? He's got Rolling Thunder, but they're interrupting it.
Oh, he gets it off though, and he actually might get an angle to get Saxa. Good angle here, up with the shots!
Oh, they're beautiful.
Oh, he's able to save himself there, Saxa.
He'll get a bottle refill, but Midwood's still in the area. He wants to keep going.
Oh, it's a bit of a dive there for Midwood. Oh, that. It's going to get bailed out by Saxa. It's a good job he was still around to save Midone from that dive.
Nice individual plays from Saxa there, bailing his buddy out and bailing himself out of a dangerous situation. That was beautiful. Wisdom exchange, 1 for 1. The cores are the ones who end up grabbing it. But 33 having a spectacular game. He's 6. He can bully Pyke out himself. Pyke is level 4 only on this Alchemist right now, and MOUZ actually spotted, looking quite dead. A totally different game as we're seeing Tundra with a different approach, a much more aggressive one in this early game, and it is looking good. Pyke's gonna need time, and he doesn't want to go back top. He can farm jungle super fast, of course, with this Alchemist, but that means your structures, they're gonna drop very quick to these Visage Birds and Drinking Buddies. And yeah, to mention the big change, especially for the Bloodseeker, that's why we are seeing at least picked up, yes, versus the heroes that he's against, but Blood Rage, it costs 0 mana. So that's kind of a cool one that I've been waiting, we were all hoping to see if it does have that potential. Because that is pretty relevant, you're able to just spam that pretty much off cooldown when you're jungling. Beast Coast setting up a kill down bottom, but not going to be able to find Shad. He's being careful.
Yeah, backup coming in as well, just in case the dive did come into play from Whisper. Whitemon ready to help out. Whisper's still thinking about going for this.
They want to try to go for a kill into a tower pressure, because this tower's actually taking 0 damage down here, Owen. It's full HP. 33 will kill the top tower, and their bottom tower has literally not taken a single attack.
Dive's already been used by MOUZ. They get the shards. Backup's coming in for Beast Coast.
Nice rotation from Lumpy.
Snowball's in.
But the
so they can turn this. The Rolling Thunder coming through for Lumpy allows him to take out Saxa, and he's ready to start chasing over towards 33. He gets caught here once again. Lumpy with some nice moves. MOUZ will live. And Familiar's not quite able to finish him off.
Oh, mid one. Might be able to get the snipe. They spotted him. MOUZ. Can't run. You're thirst. They see you. Even jumping in 1v2 mid one.
He feels confident.
Yeah.
He's had a good start and of course does have that lead.
Do get themselves some nice cleanup kills though that they needed on Beast Coast. Pyke will be able to get something online here. Rupture was used. Was it just a TP out or a reset positioning? Looks like he just walked away. Whitemon in a very precarious position. Notice, not enough. 33 showing up for the fight with mid one.
No, mid one wants to fight back in.
The birds are gone. Deleted.
He's going to get pushed back by the God's Rebuke. Whisper also able to get the spear off, but Solar Assumption comes flying in. Shad's looking to dive under the tier 2 tower. He'll be able to get the kill. Turn over towards mid one and 33, both relatively low.
They're kind of kiting them out. Pyke does stun himself. Mid one.
Shield grab. Lumpy, he's like stuck in the ground.
He's stuck between the shopkeeper.
Well,
Gets out.
There we go. He's able to jump over towards 33, but 33 speedy. Shad and mid one, they can turn towards El Misho. They'll clean up the Visage. The Rubik, and now they might be able to clean up the Pango as well, but no, Lumpy. It's the Rolling Thunder off. We'll be able to swing across towards him, but he's been ruptured. He's got to hold his position. He can't. He dies. Tundra, they're making the skirmish work. Mid one. He's got Boundless back up in a second. Spear's not going to latch. Turns with a Boundless. Gets another kill.
They're getting great cleanup kills here. Sure, it's not Visage getting soul assumptions, but they end up living on mid one throughout all of it. He gets a big money injection. Same thing for Shad, showing up, and we see that rupture this time onto the Thunderbolt. You cannot stop. By the time you stop that Rolling Thunder, you've already taken a significant amount of damage. Good aggressive play. The team versus the Alchemist has the gold lead, Owen.
Yeah, they're having an excellent start for the first time today, Tundra, in this series.
Saksa with the regen rune. Can he play his way out of this?
He certainly can. So backup's in. Mid one's going to look for the aggressive jump over towards Almisha. They get the Boundless strike down. Shut off the escape with the shards. They keep finding these kills here, Tundra.
Lumpy also has to be a bit careful. The Rolling Thunder at the ready. Like Tundra, they're just, you can tell, a completely different play style with this draft. It's all about just run at you and just get any kill that you can. Look for every fight. They're not cooldown reliant.
It's going to be a real test for Beast Coast as well. They just came out of the back of a really rough loss in Game 2. Now into this Game 3, things are heating up and they're falling behind. Not an easy spot for them to play from Beast Coast.
And again, Tundra does have very strong push. Sure, it's not into the form of they did last time by any means, but they still have Drinking Putties plus Bird.
Beast Coast, they're going to try and find the fight. The Arena's going to catch onto the 33. They'll drop the egg as well. 33 caught underneath the full combo.
Lumpy.
He'll die. Indeed, Lumpy falls in return. And now
an instant.
They might be able to get more Tundra. They've got the lead and Shad's turned up. I mean, they're more than happy to take this fight here, Tundra, around Shad. An attempted dive away from MOUZ, but he's not escaping the Bloodseeker as MOUZ will fall.
Shad will be able to disengage as well. Just winning the fights, Owen. And they're winning the fights versus every ultimate. That was literally everything committed. That was their full combo. And Tundra able to withstand it. They only end up losing the Visage. 33 is going for Vanguard. He's going Crimson Guard versus this physical damage of the Pango. A 3K gold lead.
Yep.
They're just fine with fighting in every single one of these.
They're getting so much. All three of them above that. No, only just, but sure, it's an Alchemist, you know, that they're ahead of. And yeah, mid one popping off this game. He's had a rough couple of opening performances in the series so far, but this one, Game 3, his Monkey King 504, he's getting out of control.
He doesn't have Spear up. He used it to farm. He's got backup.
They've got the snowball to close in onto Whisper. They'll find him.
Down again.
And Misha's trying to get Saxa in return. They'll dive forward. Saxa is going to attempt to walk this one off. Will die. But Misha surely going to suffer for trying to get that kill. He's getting so much hit. They're getting so much as a team. 13-8, 3K lead. Tundra taking over.
The cores are getting all the kills this time too. Last couple of games, the supports were taking a few of them. They're just getting every last hit here. Mid one, 6-0 at 5. He's huge, level 11.
And Pyke, he gets his courier snipe. Sure, it didn't have anything on it, but it is going to make it that little bit more complex for him to get that full Radiance timing, as he's going to have to manually head over and get the Talisman himself now.
Beast Coast has ultis available. They should be able to protect their Wisdom Runes in theory, but Tundra is going to look to contest anyway. Mid one. He's just throwing down the Wukongs. He's like, good luck walking through that. Can they stop him? Nice Drinking Buddies.
They don't get the catch. Again, indeed, Saxa.
Night and day difference for Saksa playing a Doom compared to a Tusk. You're
That's
seeing
true.
these
Yeah,
really
I feel like
nice
you can't put this. You're holding yourself back as a team if you put him on something that's got like a minute and a half cooldown. You want Saxa being making plays every second of the game, because his plays, they're pretty huge.
Every play's been like even little plays, the shards, the snowballs to stall. Like Saksa's been absolutely crushing it this game.
Yeah.
And they're even going to steal these stacks from that Alchemist. He's got Radiance, but it is a slow timing. He's behind all. This is something you don't see almost ever. He's behind all three of the enemy cores. That is very surprising, but not surprising with the way the Tundra has played, as they are just decimating the map, and they're not slowing down.
They're going to go again. They don't even need the full 5-man to fight here, really, Tundra, with the lead their cores have.
Mid one is so strong at this point. A blink has been finished on the Pango, but Look at the change of the build that he has to go because he's playing versus this Bloodseeker. He can't play the normal roll in. He has to blink roll in before he can get ruptured. And another kill. Misho. Rough one for Beast Coast. Pyke has so much work cut out for himself, and it does not really look like that easy of an Alchemist game on paper this time around. Bloodseeker used to be a counter pick versus that Alchemist in the past. Things have probably changed a little bit in terms of that stuff, but they also have that Monkey King that's going to be excellent versus Alch, even if the game does progress. If they have a lead, it's a 6K lead at just the 15 minutes.
Saxa tries to get the setup onto Whisper. Won't quite get the connection. As Whisper's able to blink back.
Beast Coast pretty much has to make, every time they have ultis up, they have to try to make a move. Try to catch and slow down.
Can they set up on Shad?
Lumpy?
It's going to be put to stop by the Frostbite. And Lumpy
is in trouble.
Has he got any way out of this? He's going to roll, but the Rupture indeed just completely ruins him. Supernova off to the side, the arena out. The Supernova will be successful. Shad getting burst low, but the damage that's being kicked out in return is too much for Beast Coast to deal with as a team as they get completely team wiped.
And that's all their ults. They lose the fight with everything being thrown out. They can only kill the one target as there is multiple different carries on the side. And we see that Tundra, and mid one's just a monster.
I think a lot of that damage came out there actually from Shad. He was able to get the active of the Mjolnir off on him, and I think we saw, you know, sure he gets sort of stunned and dies, but a lot of damage was coming out from that static charge with the Mjolnir shield. We'll see it again here.
Because he's not his HP pool looked fragile, but he got the Ogre Club right before the fight.
Yeah.
And yeah, he takes through everything. Lumpy gets nothing off. He just can't play the game.
I'll see the start, and indeed, the shield's off on him, and they kind of get the focus over towards him.
1 proc, 2 procs, 3 procs, 4 procs.
There's definitely some zapping going on there,
definitely
right?
Some big damage.
Yeah.
Good eye there, Owen. 8K gold lead. Pyke still behind those opposing cores. And yeah, it's all the ults. So Beast Coast, that's how they have to play. They have to try to fight without ultis, because if they don't have them, there's no way they're going to have a chance from the fights versus Tundra. Yeah, just the Mjolnir alone, we see there 700 damage. Mid one almost has the Gleipnir finished up too. Super early timings for him. 8-0 and 6.
And nearly 1,000 magical damage from that. Beast Coast, what's the plan?
That's a great question, Owen. They're the team that wanted to be leading in that gold. Pretty much anytime you have Alchemist,
Shad?
anytime when you have big team fight, Shad, they'll catch him again.
And they should get him here, surely. Surely he can't walk from this. He can't.
And Misho actually stole Rupture. So this could be a recipe for the next fight.
Okay.
Big one also.
They're going to catch him under the Supernova. He can't kill the egg.
He's dead.
All right. Okay, I mean, just like that, they kill off the mid, they kill off the carry. Beast Coast, they strike back.
Mid one overplaying his hand, and that gives a big gold injection, but actually, both of these kills goes to the supports, Owen. El Misho and MOUZ were the ones who snagged it, not the cores on the side of Beast Coast.
See if they can get some towers here to sort of pump up the gold they get for the team.
33 here. They are respawning pretty fast. 10 seconds till Bloodseeker's back up. They still have Rupture stolen, so Misho, eyes on him what he's going to be able to do in the next upcoming fight if he can hold somebody in position for them to just focus fire them. Ult's on cooldown, though, for Beast Coast. So probably just have to back up reset for the next few moments. Tundra.
Even with the lead they have, they can't let that sort of play happen. You know, Shad getting caught solo top and mid one getting caught solo mid at the same time. Yeah, that's something that can kind of happen once when you're ahead, but if it happens again, well, Beast Coast are going to get the chance to crawl back into the game.
Yeah, I mean, Shad got caught. Mid one caught himself. He was diving forward for kills, so does have to be a bit careful when he does those kind of plays. He's about to have that Gleipnir. Okay, 500 or 50 gold for him until he has it finished. And Beast Coast, they will be able to find that tower top. Mid one gets the deny. They're going to jump him. They have Rupture.
Oh, they do. He's going to try and stand his ground with the Wukong's command, but they'll catch him with the spear. Mid one caught by the Rolling Thunder. He's going to get taken out. The arena's down. They managed to trap 33 as well, because 33 tried to head up to help him out. They both die.
Great moves from Beast Coast. They're catching opportunities where Tundra split up.
Yeah, some not so great moves from Tundra.
Dire's middle tower.
Well, you get the tower deny of quite a very heavy cost.
They mid one now with two pretty big mistakes.
He had such huge momentum at the start. I'm sure he's still up there. But yeah, these plays, he's going to start slipping behind.
One more of those, and Beast Coast is almost completely caught back in. Yes, they have the Alchemist and still behind in gold, but
if you just consider sort of the hold that Tundra had on this game, it's not quite the same as it was now a few minutes ago.
Shad does have BKB, so that could be a call for Tundra to just go time. They also did use quite a bit of their ultis there, so he might look to just run with his team for another play, because now he is pretty survivable. If they don't 100-0 him in his stun, he will get the BKB and potentially turn the fight. But some very nice moves from Beast Coast. Now they'll get some time to finish up these two items. I believe that Manta is pretty much done for Pyke. And a Pav is finished for MOUZ. He actually got, because he got those 2 kills earlier on, he got a big gold injection. He has Pavis and a mech. Things have slowed down massively here for Tundra, but now they're smoking up, looking for this next fight with that BKB timing from Shad. They want to fight. And heroes are going to be low. So Shad, you see he's starting to zoom. 650 movement speed. They knew that they were doing that Tormentor, but couldn't get there in time.
Beast Coast being careful now. They know that they've been given a chance to hold on and turn this one around after the early lead that Tundra has. As long as they themselves don't get caught, they might find the chance to punish Tundra once again.
I was checking to see if Lumpy was going to switch his build, even more so if he was going to do something like these Lincolns or Lotus to try to protect, but no, he's not going to deviate. He is going to go down Diffusal Aghanim's route. So could just still see him have a lot of difficulty entering the fight, but with this blink, if he can be that secondary target to jump in after Whisper goes, he could play around the Rupture. And Tundra force a rush, should be able to. But Beast Coast's ults are back up. They're just kind of far. Lumpy is super far away. He's got a TP available to join his team bottom, but don't know if they're going to make it in time now at this point.
This road should be all theirs. Unless Whisper wants to do something crazy on his own.
Oh man, I want to see a Blood Raged Visage with the 15 talent. Can you imagine these triple soul assumptions with the Spell Amp from Blood? Oh.
That's going to be pretty crazy damage.
Pretty cool.
Especially against a team that doesn't have any sort of pipe or anything online. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they have mech.
Just the mech at the moment, right?
Anti-magic, yep. They've slowed things down quite a bit here. Down to 0, at least on that gold lead. Experience, I believe, is also pretty much zeroed out. Not entirely, but almost. Tundra still having an advantage, but definitely have to be careful versus these big team fight spells. And have to cover the Rupture. Eyes on Shad.
Yeah.
That Rupture can be pretty devastating if you do give it up. Back to pushing.
I mean, Beast Coast, you think they just don't fight into this Aegis?
Maybe look for pickoffs, small little skirmishes if they find people split up again, because I think we've seen that happen in almost every game with these Aegis, as the team splits up. The team that has the Aegis splits up and they end up losing the Aegis almost for free, so we'll see how Tundra ends up using this one. 33's nearly got at least 3 of the big auras. Crimson and Pipe will help a lot versus that team fight damage. But Pyke has reclaimed the top net worth spot for the first time. Lumpy?
Sax's trying to play around with him. I mean, Lumpy's going to roll up and look to try and control Saxy around the stairs. Okay, now he's going to be a bit more careful because there's a lot more coming in, so he'll go for the TP out.
Chose the right angle to TP, or to shift away with that roll up. 2 Shad is on the right side, so nice play there from Lumpy. But now Rolling Thunder on cooldown.
Yeah.
So Tundra got to just run down mid, it feels like, with 3 minutes of this Aegis while that is down.
Yeah, absolutely. Can just look to go again. They got the tier 2 top. Now they can look for the tier 2 mid. Ticking off the boxes here during this Aegis time.
BKB done for Alchemist. He has completely foregone corrosive weaponry this game, by the way. He did only 1 point last game. You tend to see just 1, but he has 0 in it this time, which is pretty funny.
I just wants to, I guess, yeah, AFK hit the creeps, get the stats, and not worry about fighting for now.
Which makes sense, because it literally was him just being full recovery mode this game, so. Chad. Soxa will find that courier. Pyke, can he get out? Oh my goodness, that was dangerous. Misho might not be so lucky. They don't see him just yet. Now they will with the ward.
Oh, okay. A little bit of a juke here from Misho. Not much more for him to do.
Buying time for his team. Shad instantly is top, though. Whisper. He's not going to throw the Rupture onto this target. He's waiting for his team to get a bit closer. Soxa has the blink. They saw MOUZ with that ward. Can MOUZ play his way out of this? Looks to be getting potentially surrounded. Can he Sunray off the map?
It's a good dive. And off he goes.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Splitting them up. I mean, beastcoast just trying to play get as much time as possible when they're playing versus that Aegis. Still 2 minutes left on it for Shad. But just trying to buy time to be able to get this next set of items. Tundra's still feeling pretty comfortable, I would say. I mean, these three cores still looking very, very strong. Just have to be careful how they split up and make some of these next few moves. Ag's now done for Bloodseeker, so we get to see the Blood Mist as well.
See if Tundra can make the jump.
Gonna start the push. The drinking buddies are on the birds. They're solar cresting it as well.
Mid one's in position.
There's no glyph for 2 minutes. They're trying to take advantage of that. One bird dies. Second one will live.
Shad's ready to head up. Still a minute on the Aegis.
Getting this push going.
Well, this Shad pretty low here on the first life.
These soul assumption spans from the Rubik are starting to add up.
He might just lose the Aegis straight up here, because that's the Aegis gone.
That was Pipe and Crimson used from 33 as well.
So what they want to do on round 2, Tundra, they'll back off.
Couldn't finish off that tower. Still lingering in the area. But Beast Coast has every ulti up. Wait, am I crazy? Where's Pipe's EKB? Is he just not showing it, I guess? He just has it on the courier? Okay, it's been sitting on the courier for a while now.
I mean,
I don't know.
I guess
I just wanted to point it out.
But yeah, I can't imagine there's any sort of big brain play. I mean, is there really like some? Aha! I've got a BKB.
No, I don't think so.
No. just have it on.
It's coming now. That was a little bit interesting to point out. I think he had it on the courier for like over a minute, so it's a little bit interesting. Unless I missed it on getting. Oh no, it did get sniped. Apologies. So it was down for a little bit. It was just sitting at the base still for like 30 seconds. In this separation, he's still not in a comfortable spot as Pyke. They're gonna smoke. They're gonna look for a catch. That Aegis is gone. I don't know if that ward caught them. I think it might have been just on the edge of it. Maybe not. With the position Tundra's in, it looks like they did see it. Amp damage is up on Shad. MOUZ gets a ward down. His smoke broke. Whisper finding the angle.
He's gonna jump. Looks for 33. He's going to be able to catch 33 on white one in the arena.
He gets the shard off on the Visage.
They'll get the Supernova in a good position as well. Tundra, they can't kill the egg, so they're going to have to kite it out. Whitemon gets caught by it. Saxon tried to drag him out of the side, but Whitemon's gone.
Rolling Thunder's still available, but
it's a good balance.
Pyke.
They will make the jump in. They look at burst for Amisha. They turn towards Pyke. Pyke trying to run away, but caught in the Wukong's command. He'll fall. Whisper tries to TP out, but he cannot escape the damage of mid one.
Beautiful disengage from Tundra.
So if they can catch more. Ruptures at the ready, into the Boundless. Tundra, they find the fight here very successfully, getting the 3 of them. Lumpy's trying to cut the creep wave. Creep's already coming down the mid, so the damage can be done here to the tier 3. Tundra ready with the siege. Top wave as well, also pushing into the base.
Very nice little backup and re-engage that they went for there. Soxa also looking for Lumpy. Lumpy does get the blink up, and mid one's on the hunt.
Yeah, Lumpy trying to cut the creeps, but mid one ready to deal with him. He'll be able to roll up, tries to roll away, but the punch-up's there. Lumpy's gone. The push continuing in the mid. Backdoor protection momentarily giving some safety here for the barracks, but the creep wave top and mid is going to be moving in once again.
Oh, and the Bloodseeker's looking good. It's looking pretty decent, I'm not going to lie. Especially when he's playing versus this matchup, it just makes it super hard for this Pango to get much of anything done. Whisper.
And Lumpy's coming in with the buyback.
Arena.
We're going to try and lean on to Saxa. Pike, can he find a target for the concoction? He can't. Will end up causing the stun upon himself. Saxa able to blink to the side, but they'll chase on forward. Saxa should get left behind.
But just a kill on Saxa for a buyback from Lumpy. You'll take that all day on Tundra.
I mean, mid one's hovering around just in case someone steps outside the base too far.
8 seconds on his BKB. He's got Ags. Wukong's at the ready too. No one will step out though. Very good plays from Tundra this time around. A huge lead now at this point. Playing around each other perfectly and enabling Shad beautifully. Level 20 on him. Seeing 33 taking more of a back foot position here on this Visage. He's only level 14. His farm is starting to fall behind, but his two main cores are absolutely cruising. Mid one level 20 now as well. Beast Coast, they have to have a pretty much perfect fight, it feels like, with all their ultis in combination. They can't just get a CM out of all of it. Need to get one of those big cores. Pike loses his plate mail.
He keeps getting his progression slowed down. These courier snipes that Tundra's been able to find against the Alk.
How many courier snipes have there been? I feel like we've had an insane amount this game too, if we can get that up. If not, it's not that big a deal, but...
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Five being picked off here by Tundra.
Yeah. Definitely slowing down timing is important. Shad. We'll finish this off with these. And he's close to a butterfly, and there is no realms of any answer for that on the side of Beast Coast.
Whisper.
Saxa. He's found Whisper.
Just going to try and get the setup. Mid one. I mean, they might have to go for the BKB TP. We'll see if Whisper's able to just walk away, go with the blink up. He might be able to keep his cool and walk out of this.
What? He will. No BKB TPs for you when Tusk's around, but plays around it beautifully. Bottom, Roche is up.
We are getting very close to getting to enjoy that beautiful Rupture kick combo.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be coming.
I just saw it. Yeah, good call. I'm surprised Saxa was able to get that much farm. I know he's pretty
close.
poor, but he's pretty much has it after this Roche. Oh, baby.
But that's a lot of damage.
It's an instant kill, maybe, at this point.
On some of them, maybe, yeah. I mean, you get ruptured and kicked. Now he's just on Shad. And got the tools to be ready to go for another attempt at the high ground, Tundra.
Tundra had maybe a slight little hiccup during this game, but for the most part, it's been very, very clean, very fluid. Butterfly, as you said, about to be finished. Saxa, the Ags is done. All these items coming in. Can they catch Saxa split off? Looks like they should.
Well, they'll be able to take away the kick potential of the combo. 50 seconds, no Tusk. Did have his Ags complete, but still not going to be here for the next play.
And it's an Arcane Rune from the Rolling Thunder there from Lumpy, so it'll be back up in about 40 seconds for the potential defense. Tundra's still lingering in the area to go for this push, though. They feel comfortable with this fresh Butterfly on Shad. They've got the banner, too. Here we go. Mid one, gets his tree cut.
Straight away. Whisper's very quick with that one, but do they actually have the damage to threaten this Monkey King? They don't. They can't barely touch him. Mid one's able to put the BKB, and now they have to run Beast Coast. Mid one makes the jump forward over towards Amisho by some safety inside the stolen snowball. He'll still go down.
Anti-synergy. He lifted him and made him miss the spear because of it. Amisho buys back. They're really trying to hold on to these racks.
Pike caught in the frostbite. Boundless down onto Whisper. Love Right's laid down here. Whisper falling very low. We'll be able to scramble back to the fountain. And the damage being done. The racks are going down. Lumpy's going to roll in. See if they can take out the Bloodseeker the ones they can. And he's going to be back for round two. Supernova's popped down. They got a good spear back on towards 33. Pinning him against the barracks. Protects himself for now. Mid one continues to watch from the trees. Gets the chance to the balance, leads him straight away over towards Whisper. They take out the MOUZ. See if they can turn towards Shad. Shad turns with the rush on towards Pyke. Pyke, he's opting for the TP out and make it back to the fountain. Roll forward over to El Misho. El Misho, he bought back for this. He's out for 77. Pyke's trying to step up, but they're caught trapped outside the base by the shards from Saxa. Lumpy goes down. Pyke will survive, but Beast Coast, 3 heroes out of the game without buyback. Tundra, they're going to have the time to take away the bottom racks and much, much more over to the mid.
They can clean up the base.
Beast Coast, what can they do here? 2 versus 5. An absolute turnaround of a series here from Tundra. Beast Coast, they had a phenomenal game 1. Game 2, it looked to be all theirs, but it slips away from them. And this game 3, Tundra, they're styling all over them.
Tundra made the adaptations to be able to crush this early game, and that's really what it's been. They crushed so much of these first 15 minutes. They had a little bit of a falter movement, but overall, it's been a very clean game and very nice picks. The Monkey King plus this Bloodseeker are working out beautifully.
Good. They get the kickback.
Pyke.
On the Pyke. The arena's going to get laid down. He's trying to get away. The balance holds him in position. Pyke, he cannot survive through this. He's gone. MOUZ to fall. GG is called. Tundra will be moving on as they take the series 2-1 against Beast Coast.
Yeah.